myself together here. Coffee's pretty good. I put some cream in it this morning and some chocolate salt from Element. It's funny because I'm not a big like chocolate drink person. Like I could take or leave hot chocolate. I never liked Yoo-hoo or anything like that. I hate milk, but I like the chocolate salt in the coffee. Pretty good. Anyway, anyhow. First person here is Kiara. What does my elder sister Dolly think of me and our relationship? We don't get along well. Well, may feel like, you know, it's funny because she's got a lot of respect for you and she does love you, but there are things that you guys clash and that may cause distance. I don't know if you guys are distant right now, but if not, it could cause distance at some point. Could also make for a rocky relationship. It's like clashing in one way. It's like you guys may be very similar, and then another way you don't see eye to eye, but she does have a lot of respect for you. She does love you. She cares about you, but there are some things that just may, like, I don't know specifically what the issues are that make you guys not see eye to eye, but they could cause distance at some point. But she does think very highly of you. She does respect you, and she does love you, but you may always be kind of banging heads. It's a shame. Well, you're on point. We're similar and in no contact. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Well, the no contact may not last forever. It could be something that kind of comes and goes. Shar, how will the HR handle F? How will the HR handle F? All right, I don't know what the situation is, so it's hard to give an answer. Like, I don't know what kind of a relationship this is. I'm taking it, the HR must be human resources, handle an employee. It looks like there's negativity and indecision around the situation. And somebody may be feeling like they've been treated unfairly, or they're suppressed, they're not able to grow, change, or transform. There could be some sort of halt. Something may stop. So depending on what the situation is, the F person may be penalized. Like they can't move forward with their life, or they're not getting promoted, or they're meeting some kind of a walking into a brick wall. They're at a standstill. Nothing moves forward. But I don't think that they're going to be, if this is a work thing, I don't see them being fired or let go, but there could be some kind of a reprimanding. Let me just make sure this is low. Oh my God. I want to lower the volume on this. Could we mute it? Hello? I don't know what's happening here. I want to lower the volume. What the heck? All right, it appears to be stuck. I'm just going to leave that one alone. I'll just use the one I have here. Kiara, yes, it comes and goes because I live with my parents and she visits a few times a month. Oh, thank you. Yeah, there is love there. Yeah. No, it's not all over. It's not all over. What is this bum thing doing? Well, at least shut it off if it's not going to play right. I mean, I hear it. Power off. Good. Leave me alone. Okay. Lita, currently applying to work at Dickinson's College. They're asking for such much for the application. Would it even be worth it to finish it? I don't think I'll get a call back. Yeah, I think if you want to let it go, I would let it go. It doesn't look too promising, and it may be a whole lot of effort, and you may feel like you just get nowhere with it. Something else will come through. Stephanie, what is coming towards me in the next few weeks? Success around work, school, or business, maybe a new job or business opportunity. You're not looking back on the past. Life is moving forward. You'll hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. And something nice can happen around the home. Moving homes, changing homes, upgrading your home, whatever it is, it would be positive. XXX. Will the Libra leave the third party anytime soon? Okay, yes and no. It looks like it could be somewhat of a cycle. So Libra could leave and go back, leave and go back. It could be a little bit back and forth for a while in the near future. I'm going to say between now and the end of October at the very least, it looks like it's kind of back and forth. You're right, Lita. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And then you have to have 17 interviews. Palak, will I pass my exam scheduled for tomorrow? Yes, I think you will. Dakota, messages from Tarot. Money coming in and a new journey may begin. You could be spending time with the fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Life changes for you for the better quickly when you let go of people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Negativity moves into the past. The hard work that you put into work, school, or business comes back and pays off. Anthony, dating. You're not looking back on the past. Life is moving forward. Empress is bringing in love and money, or more of it, and romance should heat up. Could be with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, or possibly Earth, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. You have choices and options coming in that bring in a wish come true and cause for celebration. Explore your options leads to success. Stage, will I get a job soon? You may get a job within the next 4 weeks. New love. Will I get in trouble with S if I share mobile surf with B? I think you will. Yeah, I wouldn't do it without asking. Lita got ghosted after doing 2 interviews for the same job. I know, it's terrible. It's terrible. Nita, did Shauna HR from Company P receive instructions from Christopher to offer the employment contract to me yet? No, I think she's waiting on the final word. XXX, general for the rest of the month. General for the rest of the month. May hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Teamwork is favored and life changes for you for the better quickly. Something happens around finances that could make you happy with the sun. You have money coming in. Feeling ambitious to be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. Empress is bringing in love and money or more of it. Could be spending time with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Weight of the world slips off your shoulders. Negativity is moving into the past. Anxiety eases and moves into the past. Not too bad. Mariana, does Christian want to reconcile? I'm not convinced that this person is looking to reconcile in the immediate future. Rasta, General, hello, hello. Anxiety eases and moves into the past. New beginnings are on the horizon that lead to success around work, school, or business. Money is coming in. Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Could be spending time with the water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Although Pisces comes up strongest, you also have fire here. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Listen to your intuition. Life moves forward. Mihak, journal for the rest of September and October. Perseverance pays off and you'll walk away from something or someone that you feel no longer serves you. Could be spending time with the fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. You could have some money coming in and something nice may happen around the home. Moving homes, changing homes, upgrading your home. You also could be planning travel. Stephanie, what's next in career? Through divine guidance and perseverance, you have a new job or business opportunity coming in that could make you happy, feel better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. But you also could be focusing on a side business, side project, side hustle that could be bringing in extra money. And it may be something that's all your own. It's pretty good. Anonymous, when do you see that I'll hear about my car? This is ridiculous. Should be within the next 5 days. So today is Wednesday. I'm going to say you should hear from them by next Wednesday. That's annoying. Brianna, me and Jay Sagittarius. With the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities and life is in balance. Slow and steady wins the race, but communication looks good and so does spending time together. Things look pretty well functioning right now. Hello on Spirit cards. Renewal, Archangel Jeremiel, review and evaluate a favorable assessment of the facts. It's time to move in a new direction. Seven of Fire, defend your beliefs and your decisions, stand your ground, choose your battles wisely. Two of Water, a relationship that continues to grow deeper. Forgiveness, a positive solution to conflict. Butterfly A, why is my relationship with Anna so difficult? My sibling. Well, there could be a little bit of like jealousy or envy between the two of you. There's also mutual respect. The two of you may be a lot alike in some ways, and you could butt heads. There could be disappointment around the situation, and it just may be the kind of thing that your relationship with each other should start to improve as the older that you get. It won't always be like this, because I think some of the envy that could go on between the two of you, or competition or whatever it is, goes away with time. Nita, when will Shauna receive positive go ahead from Christopher to offer me the employment contract? Could be sometime in the next 7 days. XXX. Is the Virgo really into me, or do I use caution? You really should always use caution. But yeah, it does look like Virgo is pretty much into you. Jay, me and Brianna, Aries. Life comes into balance, new beginnings are on the horizon, and something should happen between the two of you that makes you happy. It looks as if communication's picking up, the relationship is functioning better. Slow and steady wins the race. Yvonne called Eddie yesterday, but he didn't pick up, and he has been offline. Is something wrong with him? And will he call me back? I think you'll hear from him. I don't think there's anything wrong with him. I think he just has a lot going on. Sharon, good morning. The Office of Inspectors General called me yesterday. I told M how I was treated on the job. Will M's inspection bring me justice? Yeah, something positive could come from it. I don't know what it is that you're thinking could come of it, but you may get some kind of satisfaction from whatever the inspection turns out. Doll face for the next 48. Life changes for you for the better quickly. Maybe paying off a bill of debt or a loan. Slow and steady wins the race, and listen to your intuition. Old wounds are healing and moving into the past. You could be spending time with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Feeling ambitious to be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. You've got the world at your feet. Infinity. Am I more likely to find housing with MSC or JH's group or something else? I would go with JH. They come up pretty high. Imani, general message for today. General message for today. You've got the world at your feet. Slow and steady wins the race. Listen to your intuition. Old wounds heal and move into the past. Being guided by the divine towards greener pastures. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. With the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities, and you could be spending time with a Capricorn. It looks like a pretty good day today. Brenda, general for today. For today, life could change for you for the better quickly. You have money coming in. If you're feeling undecided about something, don't make any decisions until you're ready. If you're thinking about going back to school or learning a new area of study, you would be successful. If you're feeling focused, you should be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to, and you should be feeling a little bit more grounded and stable around work, school, or business. Rita, please tell me if there is a light at the end of the darkness. Life is moving forward towards greener pastures when you listen to your intuition. New job or business opportunity could come in, bringing in more money. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Listen to your intuition, and more money and paying off a bill of debt or a loan or putting money aside for something could make you feel relieved. Davy, general for the rest of the month. General for the rest of the month. You have a new journey that begins, and you may be making a decision around business that's bringing in more money. You also could be thinking about going back to school, learning a new area of study, and walking away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Perseverance pays off, and life changes for you for the better quickly. Sweetie, Mandar's energy for me after today. Energy is relatively neutral, grounded and stable, slow. I don't know what kind of relationship it is, but it looks like neutral energy. Prajwal, will Pragati be my girlfriend in the future, 3 to 4 months? She's my friend and we're in contact. You have opportunity for it to turn romantic, yes. That could happen. Hazel, how will the Sag male behave after being rebuked by our supervisor? I don't think he's going to take it well. Got a little terror moment here happening. But they may have a little bit of a crisis over it, and you may see like they may be distant for a while or a couple of days, but it blows over pretty quickly and they'll be back to their normal self. But they may take a hit in the ego. Tina, will I get a promotion with my current job? I think you will, yes. Red, should I keep V home or send her out to PC? Keep her home. Cards favor keeping her home. Starfall, love. Starfall, love. Got happiness coming in around love. Disappointments are healing and moving into the past, and life can move forward with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, or possibly a Capricorn. Life changes for you for the better quickly. When somebody makes you an offer that would be hard to turn down, the weight of the world slips off your shoulders. Now, if you're already with someone, your current relationship could be feeling grounded and stable and functioning very well. Cool, Libra, does SS want to be in a relationship or just a friend? I would say that this person could be willing to explore the option of a relationship. XXX, anything in love for the rest of this or next month? Yeah, you could have some choices and options. First of all, you got the Empress, which is bringing in love and money or more of it, and teamwork is favored. But then you have somebody from your past that could be returning with the Six of Cups. You have new beginnings on the horizon. You may hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Romance could heat up with an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. A new journey may begin. Listen to your intuition and life changes for the better for you quickly. Exploring your options around love could lead to success before the end of October. Susie, what to expect with my Shopify store? Do you see sales? Yeah, there will be sales coming in. It may be very slow, or you may go through periods of like nothing selling, and then all of a sudden something happens and you sell a lot and then it goes back to nothing. It could be a little bit of a roller coaster, but I would stick with it because big picture could be successful. Oh, you're welcome, XXX. Thank you, thank you. SH, general guidance. General guidance. Anxiety eases and moves into the past, and a wish comes true. Something nice may happen around the home, moving homes, changing homes, upgrading your home. If you've recently had an argument or a disagreement with someone, it's going to resolve itself pretty easily. Don't stress over it. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care, and listen to your intuition. Old wounds heal and move into the past. Whatever it is, let it go. Braveheart, how will my mug business go this year? Profit or no? Yeah, you could make profit. It may be a little bit slow, or it could also be another hit or miss, where like one month you may do well and the next month no, but I would stick with it. Sarah, advice from the cards on what to do to read like you. You were so right about the Reddit thing. Happened exactly the way you said. You were right about my brother-in-law too. Oh, thank you. Perseverance. So you just got to keep doing it. A new journey begins. The weight of the world slips off your shoulders as life begins to move forward with perseverance. Feeling ambitious to be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. Listen to your intuition. So once again, it kind of goes back to the same thing. You know, sometimes messages that come through, it's like I feel like the cards could either be like super clear, black and white, or they could like speak in riddles, right? So you just kind of have to go with what comes out. And if it doesn't, like, sometimes the way things happen, it doesn't look like the answer is right. Like we spoke about it before. Like, am I going to get the job? And then it comes back, no, I didn't get the job. But then 3 days later, you get a job that pays more. Like in the 3 days, it looks like, well, I wasn't going to get the job. I didn't get the job. 3 days later, you get a job that pays more. You don't give a shit about the first job. Same thing with dating. People always want their ex back until they meet someone new. Then they forget about the ex. It's just the way it is. Most of the time, going back to what was that didn't work is not the answer. It's like 99% of the chance is not the answer. People that do go back sometimes settle. Unless, and I've said it before, there are situations where people have had life in between. You know, you dated at 25, you broke up, and then you reconnected 45. That's a different story. But somebody like, you're expecting him to change in 2 weeks, that he's not changing. You're going back to the same relationship. It wasn't working then, it's not going to work now. But you like sometimes like the cards will show, and it makes me a little bit nuts when people are, oh yeah, he's coming back, yeah, he's gonna call, and then the person thinks, oh, that's great, but it's not great because you're just going back to the same bullshit. The best thing that could happen to the person in that moment is that the person doesn't call and they move forward with their life. But you got to say what the cards see, right, what the cards show, and then the other person's got the choice. That happened to me with that Aquarius for years. He's coming back, you're going to be spending time with him, and the whole time I'm thinking in my head, oh, things are improving, things are getting better. But what was coming up for me was that I had to be the one to decide I didn't want to do this anymore. And I did. It took me a very long time, but I did. So I think that with the readings, you just have to go with what the cards show, and be okay with sometimes it doesn't happen the way you say it's going to happen, or you don't know the way it's going to happen. You know, like the other day, I literally sat down, had it all set up. I put the blue wig on. I was ready to go, and daycare called. I had to go pick up Avery. My intentions were to do a live stream. You all saw it. It's not like me to set it up and then not come on. But something happened, right? Free will came in and I had to leave. Or something came up. But if the question had been, will Danny be live streaming this afternoon? The answer would have come back yes. Because my intentions were, it was all set up and ready to go. I was just about there. And then something happened. Now, was it wrong? If the answer was yes, was it wrong? Yeah, it's kind of wrong because I didn't do it that afternoon. But in the big scheme of things, I was on that night. I was on yesterday twice. It's really not that big of a deal. You could always reach me by email if there is an important question, you know, or something that can't wait until the next live stream. So I think that just being comfortable with saying what comes out, going with it, even if it feels like it doesn't make sense, because sometimes it doesn't, and then you seeing what happens on the other side, and just having a little bit of faith in, sometimes we don't know how things are going to play out, but we know that they're going to. And there have been times where the woman that reads me, like, she'll say, there was something that was hidden, and I was like busting to get this, like, somebody was really fucking around with me. But anyway, and something was going to come to light, and I knew it was going to come to light. It's only a matter of time before what's done in the dark comes to light. Anyhow, so the woman that reads me kept saying, oh, it's going to come out, it's going to come out, it's going to come out. And I couldn't in my head figure out how. I'm like, how is this going to get exposed? And I was going like through every situation. And then finally, what's done in the dark comes to light. It came out, and in a way that in a million years, I never could have predicted it ever, because it was just crazy. But the point is that when something shows that it's going to happen, it's going to happen even if it happens in the wildest way. You know, like, just sometimes it's crazy shit, and it's like divine intervention steps in, and that's how it happens, and it makes no sense. But you just kind of have to go with, this is what the cards are showing, so let's see what happens. Anyway. Sarah, I asked that afternoon when you come live. I got one ace, the Fool in reverse, which turned out to be right. Exactly. Yes. Yeah. Exactly. And it was so crazy, because I saw the messages come in when I was at that ice rink, and the service wasn't good, but the first message that came up showed, oh, Avery ate some of her lunch. So I didn't think anything of it. Now that ice rink is about 40 minutes away, and I had to drive home. There were two messages. I didn't see the other one. And when I got home and I was just about ready to go on, like, had I seen it, I wouldn't have set up the thing. I would have gone to pick her up and then done it later. I would have picked her up on my way home from the ice rink. Stupid. Anyway. It just goes to show you how much free will, and sometimes things happen that we don't see. Speak knowledge. Will I get a better paying job or finances increase? You could get a better paying job, but what I think may happen is finances increase by adding something. So you may stay with your current job. You could even get a promotion at your current job, and then there may be something else that you're adding to it that helps finances. And who knows? Every time we get to this time of the year, I always think, well, even in the summertime, there could be seasonal jobs, part-time jobs, something that's temporary that could get you over a hump. Show empathy. Is A busy with someone's wedding? If he is it A's wedding or S's wedding? I don't see him being preoccupied with a wedding at this point. I mean, if there is wedding stuff going on, it's not that big of a deal. Dev, is it a good idea to go to the gathering today? Yes, it is. Dr. Sony, general reading. Your luck changes for the better quickly when you listen to your intuition. You're no longer holding yourself back. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. You may be spending time with a Libra. You may hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from, or get news that you've been waiting on. Old wounds heal and move into the past. New beginnings are on the horizon. Maggie, will M the Aries pass the practical driving test on September 23rd? M has already failed twice. I think they're going to pass. Kai, can you tell me what my present and future look like? Feeling ambitious, you should be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to around work, school, and business. Perseverance pays off. Don't forget to take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Wishes come through divine guidance. Life moves forward, especially around work, school, or business. A new journey may begin, and life could change for you for the better quickly. Maybe spending time with a Leo. Could be spending time with a Virgo, maybe even a Pisces. Slow and steady wins the race, but life moves forward towards greener pastures. Somebody may make you an offer that will be hard to turn down around work, school, or business. Could be bringing in more money, maybe a business thing. Sandy V, will I get a job soon? You may get a job within the next, like, I'm going to say maybe 6 weeks. Pretty soon. Kankan, Jay and I are planning to have more kids together. Will he be a good father, and how will he be once I get pregnant? I'm more nervous because of my past and what happened to me. We've discussed everything. His intentions look good. It's like he says the right thing, but I don't know that he lives up to it. If he has children with somebody else, I would take a close look as to how he treats that woman and those children, because what's happened in the recent past will be replaying in this situation. Not your past, his past. So if he was good to his ex-wife or whoever she is, and he treats his kids really well, then I would say he's going to treat you well. But it looks like he knows how to say the right thing, but he doesn't always live up to his promises. So before you have kids with him, I would figure out how you feel your relationship is functioning, depending on how long you've been together. If you've been together for 5 years and it's been great for the last 5 years, then I would say go for it. If it's been sort of rocky and this is a relatively new relationship, I would hold off because I think you could get disappointed. TVET finances. Finances look like they should be improving. You've got luck changing for the better quickly, a new beginning on the horizon, disappointments heal and move into the past. Life is moving forward towards greener pastures around a new job or business opportunity. Not bad. Rashmi, channel messages from Raj. I don't channel. I can't give you a channeled message. I can only read the cards. Touch of Gold. How can I say as down to earth as possible, dealing with a lot of energies and thoughts? So if you feel like you can't get stable and you're kind of all over the place, like your mind is all over the place, there's a couple of things that you can do. First of all, physically, especially if you don't have a lot of earth in your chart, and I don't have any earth in my chart. You can do a physical activity that's grounding, like yoga, walking, spending time outside. Even walking in the grass barefoot could help, because that'll help you be in contact with the earth. And then the other thing that you can do is to take your mind off of things. And I say this to anybody, anyone that can't get, you ever have that like ruminating in your head where like you're having an argument or you're discussing something with somebody in your head and it's just going and going and going and you can't stop it? You got to find a hobby or something that you can put your energy into that takes brain work. Your brain can't do two things at once. Like as far as like, you could be on autopilot, right? You could wash the dishes, but you already know how to wash the dishes. You do it on autopilot. You could drive and your mind is wandering. You have to do something that your brain can't. It has to think about, like a crossword puzzle or a new hobby. I really suggest new hobbies. Find something that you really love and that is challenging, because it will take your mind and put it in a different place. You will not be able to think of something else if you're focused on whatever the hobby is. And it will help you stay grounded too if it's something like working with your hands. Like maybe you want to take a pottery class. Like that grounding and touching and could definitely help. Yoga's helpful. Running, I love running. People that hate running, you could just walk. You're still touching the floor. You know, that kind of stuff. Outside is better than on a treadmill, but you do what you can. Abstain. I'm waiting for a call for the lawyer of my residency case. What is coming for me? What is coming for, okay, you do have good news coming in. It may be slow. You might not hear from them immediately, but when the news comes in, it should be good news. Mrs. H for today. Feeling ambitious to be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. With the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities. Disappointments heal and move into the past, and you could be spending time with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Rosie, general for today through the end of the weekend. You're being guided by the divine towards success around work, school, or business. Money is coming in, and the hard work you put into business pays off. You should be feeling better compensated, better respected. Something nice may happen around the home, moving homes, changing homes, upgrading your home. You could be spending time with a Sagittarius, could be spending time with a Capricorn. Yelra, love for the next 2 days. Love for the next 2 days. Slow and steady wins the race. You may hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on, but other than that, love looks a little slow. Moni, when will I get to cuddle in bed with a guy? It's not too far off. I would say sometime late October, early November, and it could be with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Girly for today. Disappointments heal and move into the past. Old wounds heal and move into the past. You may get good news around work, school, or business. You could be thinking about going back to school, learning a new area of study. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care, and listen to your intuition. Rashmi, hidden feelings of Raj Vardhan towards me. He may think you're a nice person, a loyal friend, somebody who is kind and caring, down to earth. Pallavi, love. Anxiety eases and moves into the past around love when you have choices and options. Fire, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. You'll walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. New beginnings around the horizon around romance. You also could have water, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Disappointments heal and move into the past when you explore your options. Rosie. That's correct. I'll see my friend. That is, oh, nice. Okay, very good. Money. Have I met this man? Does this man know that I'm hurting? I don't think you met this person yet. I think that this person comes in through divine guidance. They look like they may be a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. At the time, you may discuss what you've been hurting about, but it looks like at the time you're ready for something new. Sundry, new love. You've got slow and steady wins the race. You've got a new journey that begins around love. And a wish comes true. Somebody makes you an offer that would be hard to turn down. Old wounds heal and move into the past. Negativity moves into the past. You could have an Aquarius coming in or a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. But life is definitely moving forward. Lose love, general. Lose love, general. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care and listen to your intuition. Solution to a problem is in front of you, and negativity and old wounds are healing and moving into the past. You're not looking back on the past. Life is moving forward, and you could be planning travel. Ruchi, what's coming in next in love for me? What's coming in next in love for me? Perseverance pays off and leads you to choices and options around love. You have a very passionate Aries coming in, or a Cancer. Disappointments heal and move into the past. New beginnings around the horizon with choices and options. Also, you could have another fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. You have long-term potential around your current relationship if you're in one, or the next relationship that comes in. Girly, what's coming up next between Cancer and I? There could be communication that comes in or picks up through text message. I'm going to say maybe before the end of this month. Listen to your intuition and things move forward through communication. Not bad. Money. Predictions for 2025. You could have a new job or business opportunity coming in that's bringing in more money. And with the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. You may be planning travel, and there's success coming in around finances improving. Listen to your intuition. Intuition is heightened, and you have new people coming in. You have a Leo, a Sagittarius, a Pisces. You're headed towards the 10 cups being full, but if you're feeling undecided about something or someone, don't make any decisions until you're ready and explore your options. In 2025, life moves forward. Lena, love life. Weight of the world slips off your shoulders when a well-balanced, well-functioning relationship comes in, or if you're currently with someone, current relationship starts to function better. If you're not with anyone, a wish comes true and happiness comes in when a Virgo or a Capricorn come in. Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you, and new doors open. M. Lourdes, I talked to Costa about publishing my second book in paper at the publisher, not just online. What will happen? Well, teamwork is favored, and they could make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. So I think that it's going to happen for you. Emin, why E removed my name and put hers on the report I worked on? Is she trying to take all the credit for herself? That's sleazy. Yeah, I don't love that. Yeah, I think she is trying to take... I think she is trying to take credit. Sharon, about the job that you're looking for justice, I said that you could, something may happen with the investigation that makes you feel like you've got some satisfaction, but I don't think that anything like amazing happens from it. Yeah, I don't think anything amazing is going to happen, but just the investigation alone may shake things up a little bit. Is there anyone here I haven't answered for yet? Moni, I'll end up quitting my job. What will be the reason? If you decide to quit, it's because you're being guided by the divine and a new opportunity comes in or falls into your lap that pays more. But it's your, if you decide to quit, it's on your terms because something better has come in. And it may be like sometime like late spring. Sarah, you are always able to read so accurately and concise on the point from very beginning, or did it take you time to reach here? Because, oh, thank you. Thank you. I don't know. You know, I always had people, every time I went to see a reader, they always told me, oh, you're very psychic. And I never really believed it because I never, when it comes to my own life, I feel like I'm a mess. And people would tell me that all the time. And even my friends would be like, when you say something, I really believe it. Like, whatever the situation is. The one time, I'll never forget it. We were going to the mall. We were kids, 14 or 15. And I wasn't supposed to go to the mall. My mother didn't like me taking the mall bus. I wasn't supposed to do it, but we were going to do it anyway. And we did it a lot. But for some reason, before we were leaving to walk to the bus stop, which was a mile away from my house, and there was a big chance that I could get caught walking because it's a mile away. My parents had to come home, right? They were going to see me. And I was with my friend Laura, and I got an overwhelming feeling that we should not go to the mall. It was a bad idea to go to the mall. And it wasn't like, I feel like we're going to get in trouble. It was like a bad feeling we shouldn't be there. And I just said, we can't go to the mall today. I don't know why, but we can't go to the mall. And later on, it had come out in the news that somebody was wandering around with a gun. I don't think they shot anybody or anything, but there was somebody that was apprehended with a gun. So when I said it, I'm like, we can't go to the mall today. I had no idea that was, it just felt like there was something. And I never, like, that never happens with the mall. When we were kids, we were at the mall all the time. So when it happened, my friend Laura was like, well, if you say it, I believe it. And then it came, I didn't hear it. She heard it. She's like, do you believe that? She was like, you knew something was going to happen. I'm like, yeah, I did, but I didn't think it was going to be that. I didn't think it was going to be that dangerous. I thought it was going to be something that we shouldn't be involved in, but I didn't think it was that. Anyway. And then after that, like, I never really, that was when we were kids. And then I started studying astrology, and I used to do everybody's chart, and I used to do them for free. And it took so long to go through all of it. But I just did it for free because I didn't feel like I was a professional. And then the same thing with reading cards. I would read for my friends. And sometimes I felt like it was harder to read for my friends than me, because then, like, people I didn't know, because I felt like I could be influencing it. Or if somebody would, you know, if I was like emotionally invested in the situation, I felt like that could cloud my opinion. And then I started reading for strangers, and I just felt like it was easier for me. I'd rather not know anything, and I'd rather, like, not that I don't care, I don't want to see people get hurt, but if somebody is treating my best friend like an asshole, I'm more fully vested in it than I am somebody who isn't my friend. You know, like, it's just how we are. But yeah, I think it takes time. I think it also takes time to, like, just be okay with when people say, well, you're wrong. You know, or people want to hear what they want to hear. And, you know, like, I can tell when somebody's, you know, or if somebody is lying. You know, it's like, you just asked me this question, which means that that's not possible, right? So it's like, if you can lie to me all you want, but you can't lie to yourself. Right? You're going to have to deal with the consequences of your decisions, whether you lie to me or not. So you got to take that into consideration. Sometimes people want to hear what they want to hear, and then that's fine. Like, I've had people tell me, oh yeah, we're together. And it's like, they're clearly not together. They're not together. I know they're not. Like, the cards are showing that. And he's over here. And you're over here telling me that you guys are a couple. You're not a couple. You may have once been a couple, but that's not where it is now. And if you want to live in that space, that's fine. But I'm not going to tell you don't believe that, but people get caught up in this bullshit that, well, you can manifest whatever you want. You can't. You just can't. It's just not true. I know that people want to believe it, but it's not true. Because if it was true, then we would all have whatever we wanted at all the time. And it's sometimes it's a little ridiculous. But you could live in that space if that's what you want. But if you want to look at a situation objectively and about what's going to happen, you have to be okay with, like, the other person may not want to hear it. I hate to say it, but sometimes people like to live in delusion. And have I been there? Yeah, I've been there. I've been there with that Aquarius, where every time she said that we were going to see each other or we were going to be together, I thought, oh, things are improving. Where was I thinking things were improving? In 8 fucking years, things had not improved. But yet I still was going along with it, thinking that one day things were going to change. That's what I was thinking. Delusional. When meanwhile, you have to go with the energy of what's in front of you and the actions that you're seeing. I don't care if somebody's telling you how great tomorrow is going to be if today sucks. Because it's like, it's lying. It's like, we're not living up to that. I had somebody promising me for years that we were going to do this one activity, and like 10 years went by and we never did it. And I was like, why didn't I know that? Like, how many times did I have to hear it? But it was like, almost like hearing it was almost like enough for me. It's not enough anymore. Like, I grew past that, but it took a long time for me to get there. So you kind of sometimes have to be okay with people getting mad if they don't want to hear, you know, or they're like, okay, yeah, well, but it's fine. No, but it's not. But it's not. Anyway, let me shut up and continue. Liz, general for today. General for today. You may be feeling better, compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. Perseverance pays off. You may be going back to school or learning a new area of study. Could be for business, could be for pleasure, but it may be something that you're thinking about. Something nice could happen around the home. Moving homes, changing homes, upgrading your home. You could hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from today. Yeah, I think that it's practice, Sarah. I think some of it, here's another, let me answer from Moni first, and let me do the super chats, and then I'll tell you what I was going to say. Moni, will I get beat up on my last day at the job that I'm at? No. No, no, it'll be fine. Emin, how will Eve feel if she knew that Elle will take me and her team? May feel disappointed or maybe even a little bit betrayed. I don't think that she'll be happy about it. Emin, when Elle will take me and her team, why is the delay in the current workplace sucks? Okay. Things should move forward sometime later this fall. I'm going to say maybe sometime mid-October you join the team. Yeah, it's slow, but things are moving forward towards greener pastures here, and you do have a wish coming true if that's something that you want. Do I wear wigs? Only to do this. Only to do live streams. And the reason why it started is this is actually the first wig that I ever got. My friend gave it to me because she bought it for me because she thought it would be funny. She was like, here, see what you could do with this. And then she watched the video that I did and she was like, oh, I like it. So she started buying more. And then other people started buying them for me. So yeah, it's only to do this. I don't wear them out in public, which I know is so stupid because I'm on the internet for the entire world. But if the UPS guy comes, I take the wig off to answer the door. Why? Because nothing makes sense. Anyway. Okay, so what I was saying about, you know, like people say like a gift from God. I don't believe that. What I think it is, and this is going to sound kind of sad, but what I think it is, and from what I've learned from all the psychology videos that I've been watching, is I think that people that are highly sensitive and empathetic and in tune with other people tend to have been children that learned those, like, they learned those things, or they learned how to do that as a way of survival. And I wasn't an abused child. Nobody beat me up. It wasn't anything like that. But I think that something happened to me in childhood that was so traumatic, maybe, that I just learned how to get into somebody else's energy so that I could learn how to not upset them. What I'm thinking is I must have upset one of my parents. It must have been my mother. And she must have yelled at me or upset. Must have gotten so upset by the way that, and I don't remember it, but because I learned how to anticipate what other people needed so that I could be that for them, so that they wouldn't get mad at me. That's not healthy. It's not healthy. But I didn't realize it until like in recent years, when people would ask me, well, how did you know that? And even my yoga teacher used to say to me, you know what people need. And I would think, I'm like, how does she know I know what people need? I don't know what people need. I don't know what I need. But she was right. I do know what people need. And I think it's because somewhere I learned, like, I'll feel very uncomfortable in a situation where I don't know anyone because I don't know how to please people if I don't know them. It takes me a while to kind of get into that energy. But I mentioned one of my neighbors was getting out of her car, and I could tell from not even standing close to her that she just wanted to go in the house. And other people were around her and they were starting small talk, and I knew she didn't want to talk to them. I could sense it from being far away. And I think I learned those skills because I had to learn how to not upset. I'm guessing it was my mother because my father worked, so I was home alone with my mother. And my mother liked things a certain way. So I think that that's where it comes from. And remembering growing up when I was older, you know, like maybe 8, 9, 10, trying to keep the peace in the family and always trying to not upset anyone because I didn't want to make things worse than they already were. And I didn't like arguing and I didn't like fighting. So I think there's skills that were learned, which I don't think is good. I don't think it's good because I think it's made me a people pleaser. I think it's made me worry about other people more than I do myself. So, but once you would kind of acknowledge it, then you can start to like change it. Moni, what will my next job be like? I don't know. I don't know. I can only tell you like generally about the job because you have to choose it. Okay, at the next job, I can tell you that you'll be feeling better compensated, better respected. Life has come into balance and you're ready for things to move forward. You may feel like you've had some good karma coming to you and you may be feeling like cause for celebration comes in. So it may be something that you really want to do or something that really resonates with you, but like exactly what it is, I don't know what that is. You have to figure that out or you make that decision. Emmett, E will be feeling betrayed because I didn't inform or because she is jealous L picked me. Both. Moni, what caused me to be over-attached to guys? Haha, limerence. Okay, this is me too. Like this has happened to me too. This is another thing that took me a long time to understand. So if you're attached to somebody, it doesn't matter what it is. Attachment will always bring disappointment. Anything. It could be your favorite dinner plate. You're attached to it, it breaks, you're going to be disappointed, right? So being attached to somebody, especially a situation that isn't working in your favor or is like maybe like you want to be with somebody and they're not interested or it didn't work out or whatever, and still being attached to that situation comes from within. So the idea of searching for love or trying to get love from somebody that is not offering it to you, right? Like a situation where there could be 5 guys in the room, 4 of them think that you're the best thing in the fucking world, and the 5th guy is not attracted. It's like the 5th guy we crave because it's like, why are you interested in me? Yeah, I know you all think that I'm hot, but I'm not interested in any of you, so it doesn't matter to me. It's this one. How come? Why? Trying to get something from that person that is not willingly giving it comes back to us because it kind of makes us feel like the wounds inside us go away, like putting a band-aid over it or a balm over it, because now this person is giving me the attention that I want, and that's like kind of creates like a trauma bond with that person. And then we just crave the person that doesn't want us because in the moments that they are being nice or they are giving us what we want, we feel like more can come. Goes back to what I was saying about that Aquarius from way back when. Every time he showed up, I thought, okay, things are going to be good now, but it was just for the moment or for the evening, and then he would disappear for a couple of weeks and then he would resurface again. And in the 2 weeks or 3 weeks that he was gone, I would be waiting for the next time. But when the reality of the situation was I spent much more time upset about things not being what I wanted than the times that I was with him. But I was still craving those times because I was lacking something in myself. Like I wasn't feeling worthy enough. I was willing to put up with, I hate this, breadcrumbing because that's what I felt I deserved. And when I started to like look past the situation and say, you know what, this situation has not made me happy in the last 8 years, so I'm out. That's when things started to turn around because then I said to myself, I need to choose where I put my love and who I love. And I don't love somebody who treats me poorly. And it took me a long time to get that. It's like, oh, but I love him, but we have this connection. No, we don't. We don't. We don't. With that, it was in my head. That was something I wanted to believe. If we really had that wonderful connection that I thought we had, then he would have been with me all the time and not just when it was convenient for him or when he felt like it or whatever the situation is. It's unfortunate, but you will get attached to people, places, and things when you're missing something from you that only you can heal. That's why a lot of times when people break up, they just go out and get someone new. They can't be single for 2 seconds. They go out and grab someone new. They just replace. It's just a different body, but they're having the same relationship with somebody new because they didn't heal. It's like, okay, all right, we broke up. What's next? Now, what about him? What about? It's like you can't be alone for 2 seconds. That's an issue, but sometimes people don't want to hear that. But you start to heal all those wounds. I'm good enough. I'm smart enough. I deserve more. Like I don't deserve to be treated like this. Then it kind of goes away because if you were to ask yourself, well, what do you want in a partner? Nobody would say, well, I want someone who doesn't call me back. I want to be ghosted. I want someone who's into somebody else more than me. I want somebody that shows up when they have nothing else going on. Like, those are not things that we want. So why is it that we're still convincing ourselves that we're attracted to this situation? We're really not. It really has something to do with us. Anyway, everything always comes back to us. What caused you to be like this? Something in your childhood. Something in your childhood. Feeling unloved, unwanted, rejected somewhere. And it doesn't, like, in my situation, how I was saying, well, maybe it was my mother. It may not have been my mother. It could have been, I mean, there was a lot of rejection that I felt growing up, even from like kids, like other kids. For example, I mentioned this story before. There was a girl in my kindergarten, Suzanne, and I just wanted to be friends with her. There was another one too, Anne Marie. They didn't want to be friends with me. For whatever reason, they just didn't like me or they didn't care. And I would ask Suzanne on the bus all the time, you want to come home with me after school and play? And she would give me an excuse. Well, one day, and kind of good for her, because she got rid of me, and that's what she wanted. One day she said to me, you know, I give you an excuse every day. You would think that you would stop asking. And boom, like I never asked her again. And I was really hurt by that. But all of those things that have happened to us contribute to who we are today. There's a reason why I remember that story so many years later, because it kind of made me who I was today. And there was a lot of like being pushed around and rejected and not treated well from other friends. And a lot of it was my own doing because I let people get away with bullshit. I didn't want to be mean. I wanted to be forgiving. I wanted to be a good person. And I had a lot of people that walked all over me. And when you look back, you can see how it happened. Like I had friends that I had one friend who, if she knew I was into a guy, she had to get him. She had to be dating him. He had to be into her. I mean, it happened throughout high school. Like, why? Why? If she knew that I liked this guy, I had to come into the lunchroom. She'd be sitting on his lap. I mean, disgusting. Why are you doing that to me? Does that make you feel good about yourself? Apparently it did. But for me, it always made me feel like, then I was like shamed. I was embarrassed. And if I felt like saying something, like people would just say, well, he's not into you. He's into her. And then that would make me feel even more embarrassed. Because now I had feelings for somebody who not only wasn't into me, was into my best friend. And she was so fucking beautiful and wonderful. And I was like the troll. Like that's how I felt. So I carried that with me. And it's not hard to see how I ended up where I was. But I didn't have a whole lot of guidance. I don't think that people like me had guidance because I don't think that they knew any better. You know, it's the kind of thing, we'll just get over it. Yeah, but I can't get over it because why did you treat me like that? Like I would never have treated you like that. I would never be sitting on my best friend's boyfriend's lap ever. I would just never do that. That's just not who I am. And then I felt like, and then I went through a whole thing with like questioning like God and faith. Like you told me if I was a good person, I would be rewarded. That's what I was taught. Well, I'm a good person and here's my best friend who's leaving with my crush. So how come I'm not rewarded? Meanwhile, she's this fucking lying, stealing thief. She stole everything and she's being rewarded with the guy that I like. It just felt really unfair, but this is the world we live in. But anyway, I still continue to be friends with her. So whose fault is it? Why would I still continue to be friends with this bitch? I was friends with her until our lives just grew apart. And then it was like any other relationship. Nothing she did affected me and I just didn't care. And I don't care to see her now. You know, it's not like some of my other friends that I would love to see. It's like, I just have no use for you. Anyway. Mystery, you could completely relate. Yep, a lot of us have been there. Monty, yep. It's sad that they didn't know, or that nobody could take the time and say, you know, what's going on. But nobody did. When I was in nursery school, my brother and I found one of my report cards from nursery school, and it said that I was a very nice girl, but I'd like to play alone. No surprise there. CG, how does second feel after the message? There's a little anger here. I don't know. Is this somebody that you've been fighting with, or you guys are not on the same page? Maybe feeling a little bit like annoyed or angry about something. Migu for the next 3 days. Success comes in around work, school, or business. You may hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Could be planning travel. You'll walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Emily, Jane, and me in the near future. Disappointments heal and move into the past. Communication comes in and picks up. You might feel as if things are functioning better with the Justice card, and with the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities. Don't be afraid to express your wants and needs around the situation. Rihanna, will RG and I still reconcile? There is opportunity to reconcile, but I'm not sure exactly what you mean by reconcile. If you mean like communication could come in, yes. I don't see commitment around the situation if that's what you're looking for. Sean, am I going to get my sponsorship money in time? Yes, I think you will. Doll Angel. I'm okay. I hope you are too. Eminem, love for September. Things look pretty well functioning in September, and a wish comes true and your luck changes for the better quickly. If you're currently with someone, current relationship looks good. If you're not with anyone, you have a Taurus or a water sign around: Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Oh God, thank you, Vibe. Mystery, reading around flying out to North Carolina 8 weeks after my surgery. You should be fine. Life comes into balance through divine guidance. Life moves forward. Listen to your intuition. I think you'll be fine. Laylee, what would be Layla and Mehdi's situation in the future? It looks as if things are unbalanced. So lovers is in reverse. If these two people are in a committed relationship, they could break up. If they're not in a committed relationship, it could be imbalanced, where one person wants a relationship and the other person is more interested in just a friendship. Things look a little out of balance between the two. Amen for the rest of the week with O. It's slow and steady wins the race this week, but communication looks really good. Listen to your intuition and don't be afraid to express your wants and needs around the situation. Beautiful one for today. Disappointments heal and move into the past. Life comes into balance. Old wounds heal and move into the past. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care, and you may get some good news today. Oh, yeah. Well, Moni, it was high school, but yeah, it was bad. It was bad. It was bad. Don't even let me tell you about my sweet 16. Moni, what caused me to hate most women? Exactly, I get it. Because they can be competitive. They could be mean, competitive. They don't always take responsibility for their actions. And I hate to say it, they can be manipulative. You know, women do a lot of shit like, I'm going to do this so that he thinks that. That's manipulation. I know people may not think of it, like, because usually people go into manipulating situations thinking that they're you're like, well, you know, I'm going to manipulate the situation to get what I want. But there's a lot of manipulation when it comes to the way the female mind works, in my opinion. You know, like, I'm going to post this picture because I want him to think this. What did he think of whatever? It's like, if you're asking that question, then you're already looking for something, right? You're trying to get something from someone. And there's manipulation behind that because it's not something that's happening organically. It's like the butt dial. Well, I'm going to butt dial him and say that it was a mistake. That you didn't butt dial. You purposely manipulated the situation by calling and hanging up so that they would see that you made that call, hoping to get them to call you back. That's manipulating. It's not something that's happening organically. So that's maybe why you have a hard time dealing with women, because they can be manipulative and they could be mean, and sometimes they don't take responsibility. Oh, I didn't mean that, but you did mean it. You did mean it. You pressed the button and called because you wanted him to see that you called, but you didn't want him to think you were calling. So that's manipulation. And manipulation could work very well in the moment, but it doesn't work long term. Lita, what can I expect with this eclipse? A new beginning around work, school, or business. Success around business. Money could be coming in. Life comes into balance. Disappointments heal and move into the past. I agree with Miss Therese. Society does condition women to hate other women, but only sometimes. Like, I have friends of mine that are good friends that are women, but they're not like women. You know, like my best friend Amy from high school, like she'll call me out on bullshit, right? Like if I say to her, well, you know, I don't know how this happened. And then she'll say, but did you XYZ? And I'm like, no. And she's like, well, that's how it happened. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, we call each other out on bullshit. You know, like, I gained weight. I don't know how it happened. Well, did you eat ice cream every night? That's how it happened. And it's not being rude. It's like she's calling me out on my bullshit, which is what I need. That's what real friends do. But I feel like some women could be like, you know, like the ones that are kind of going along with the Disney script. Like, those are the women that could be hard to deal with, because they're kind of like competing with each other, or, you know, where I don't feel like, my friends and I don't feel like we ever competed. Like, my friend Amy and I don't feel like there's any competition there, ever, in anything. The same thing with my friend Rachel. Like, it's just, like, we want what's best for each other, but I feel like that's not every woman. Although men could be like that too. It's not only women, but I feel like some women would rather see, like, it makes them feel better if you're hurt or upset about something, or if something doesn't work out for you, they feel like that, well, see, look at, well, at least I'm not her. Like, that kind of a thing. And I've gotten that vibe from people before, where it's like trying to make themselves feel better at my expense. So I think it depends on the, I think it's just like with everything, with any, you can't generalize for everybody, because every situation is always different. Bailey, love for the rest of the month with Jay. It looks okay. Things are a little slow, but should be well functioning. Don't be afraid to express your wants and needs. Communication looks good, but other than that, things are looking a little slow. Kimon, general. You have a wish that comes true around finances improving, feeling grounded and stable around money. Life changes for you for the better quickly. You could be spending time with a Libra, and you may be planning travel. Moni, are a lot of my coworkers transphobic? I don't really think so. I think there could be a little bit of like maybe ignorance around some of these people, where they may not know enough about it. But I don't really think that most of them are. Elizabeth, the good things that are coming to me. Disappointments heal and move into the past. New beginnings are on the horizon. Money comes in, finances improve. You could be spending time with a Leo, maybe spending time with a Scorpio. You could be headed towards the 10 cups being full. Pretty good. Miss Tree, that's what I meant about societal conditioning. We're taught that stereotypical women, but with time, yep, I agree. I agree. You do attend, yeah. Yeah. And I think that the more you go through, the more compassionate you become. For most people, some people it goes the opposite way. It's like, well, I'm hurting, you should be hurting. But I think for a lot of people, the more shit you go through, the more you're like kind of compassionate to somebody else. Amy, remaining week for Sunny in general. They're perseverant, and they may have choices and options around social activity. They're walking away from people, places, and things that no longer serve them. They're setting boundaries. They could be spending time with an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. New beginnings are on the horizon that lead to success around business. Vibe with. Any messages on my separation with him? I need the person's name. Name or their astrological sign is good. Sarah, I'm Polish. I live with my younger son in Spain. We live with my ex-partner and our common first son. I do not feel happy here. My fears have returned. I would like to know my future. Oh, he's having a dream. Cyrus is dreaming. Well, you do have cause for celebration around life moving forward. You might be thinking about going back to school or learning a new area of study, and there may even be opportunity, I'm going to say maybe over the next 6 months or so, for a home change, if that's something that you really want. New beginnings are on the horizon that could lead to success. Old wounds heal and move into the past. Stepping into your strength and self-confidence could help life move forward towards grander pastures. I don't think you're going to stay in this situation for all that much longer, especially if you're not feeling safe, and maybe time to, look into getting out. Brooklyn, will I go home with M. the Leo on December 14th? We're attending a Christmas party, and I'm hoping that we spend time together. As of right now, I would say no, that's not coming up, but that's kind of a long time away. Brooklyn, general love on October 27th. You could be spending time with a Virgo. We got a Virgo here. But otherwise, things are looking a little slow. Hermit could also indicate that not much is happening around love and you're taking time for yourself. It depends where you are in your relationship. But things look a little out of balance. Things may not be, maybe a little bit disappointing. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Moni, what will my last day at the job be like? It'll be okay. Grounded, stable, down to earth. And then I think you'll leave on a pleasant note, which is good. It's always good to leave on a good note, just in case anything ever happens. Elizabeth, general. A new journey begins that leads to success around work, school, or business. Teamwork is favored. Could be spending time with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Maybe feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. You could be going back to school or learning a new area of study. You also may be working on something creative, a creative project or creative hobby. Vibe with spirit messages on separation and love. King of Water, trustworthy, compassionate, respected, and cultured. Open your heart and your mind to those around you. Trustworthy and heartfelt advice, charity work. Five of Air, an unwise choice. Learn what you can from this situation. Review everyone's motives. Life is moving forward. Three of Fire, abundance. Things look good at this time. Have patience. Make long-term plans. Beverly, does Mohammed miss me and is going to contact me? I would say he could miss you on occasion. Communication looks slow. If you want to hear from him, I would reach out to him rather than waiting, because it might take some time. Mega, general. Mega, general. Old wounds heal and move into the past. New beginnings are on the horizon that lead to success. You could have money coming in. You may be paying off a bill of debt or a loan. Somebody may make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. Essence, good things coming in for me for the rest of the month. Could have a new job or business opportunity. You may be feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. Anxiety eases. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Lady Sunshine for tomorrow. Disappointments heal and move into the past. With the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities. Teamwork is favored. Listen to your intuition, and you may be spending time with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Emily, thoughts of Soha and his mother after meeting me today. May have a lot of respect for you. Think that you're grounded and stable, a kind-hearted, caring, sincere friend. Kat, does Cass want to be with me, or does he have someone else that he wants to be with? I don't see him at this point looking for a committed relationship. This person right now may be exploring options. Virta, me and boyfriend M for the next 7 days. Communication comes in, and you may be spending time together, but if you're feeling undecided about something, don't make any decisions until you're ready and listen to your intuition. It should be an okay week. Simran, I felt so overwhelmed and tired talking to my therapist yesterday and slept from 6 to 10. I need advice on how to feel better. I have ADHD assignment tomorrow to help with procrastination and be consistent with routines. Make a list. Okay, so what's in motion stays in motion. If you lay around all day, you'll continue to lay around. Set the alarm. No matter what time you need to get up, make the time, like, in other words, if you don't have to get up until 12, like you don't have anywhere to be until 12, still get up at the same time. So if it's 7 o'clock every day, it's 7 o'clock every day. But setting a routine and sticking with it is much easier when every day is the same, rather than I got to get up at 7, I got to get up at 11, I got to get up at 6, I got to get up at 10. Set it for the same and have a list and start the list. Hey, 7:15 I get in the shower. 7:30 I eat breakfast. Whatever it is. And if you make it a habit by creating it in 21 days. So you have to stick with it 21 days. If you fall off of it, then you have to start over. Like it starts over. But creating the habit isn't so bad. And then once the habit is created and you're in that routine, you can skip a day here and there and not ruin it. But it has to be created first. It's like for me with running, I used to not run in the winter because I hated the cold. And then every spring when I would start running again, I felt like I was starting over. And if I only did it like 3 days and then I took a day off, it was hard to do the 4th day. But if I stayed with it and did it for like a month straight and I started the routine, then I didn't want to miss any days because I was in the routine of it. And if I did have to miss a day, it didn't knock me over. I would get right back into it the next day. Sarah, sorry for interrupting so much. It's okay. I thought there's no one left, so I asked that question. Thank you for your guidance. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, we're all lonely, Sarah. Don't feel like you're alone in that. Mel, for the rest of the week. Making decisions that push life forward. Life is moving forward towards greener pastures. Anxiety eases. You can have a wish come true around work, school, or business, and a new journey begins. You're no longer holding yourself back, and the disappointment is healing. All right, I have to run to the bathroom. I'll be right back. I'm just going to go pee beside. I'll be right back. My good boy. Oh, I almost just slipped. Oh my God, I gotta knock things over. What a disaster. What a disaster. Where did this come from? Oh, the thing ripped off. Great. All right, we'll have to fix that later. Ah. Brooklyn, general for next week. I'm worried about paying my bills, hoping everything gets paid before next month. Oh, I mean, the struggle is real. I get it. I think that you'll be able to pay your bills. I think you'll be able to pay everything before next month. You may feel like you're stretched a little too thin, but it should work out. Luna, work for the rest of the week. Work looks good. Perseverance pays off. You're feeling grounded and stable. You may have choices and options. Things are moving forward with growth, change, and transformation. Not bad. RK, love reading. You'll hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from. If you're not hoping to hear from anyone, somebody new may be coming in out of the clear blue sky. If you're currently with someone, relationships should have communication improving. If you're not with anyone, life is moving forward. It will be a new person, not old energy. Disappointments are healing and moving into the past. An Aries could be coming in, or an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Explore your options leads to success around love. Is there anybody here I haven't answered for? Chan. I have to purchase a printer, but in my culture, they say up to October 2nd not to do anything new as a way to pay your ancestral debt. Should I wait until this period is over or get it done? I would wait. I would wait. It's not that far off, so I would just wait. Millie's mind. Why did the girls want M to go out of the contest the most? Okay, there's a couple of different reasons. Somebody may be undecided. May feel like either this person didn't work hard enough, or, which is kind of contradictory, didn't work hard enough, and then at the same time, there also could be an element of jealousy. So there may be a whole bunch of reasons. Like feeling undecided, feeling like this person doesn't deserve it, and then on the other hand, also feeling a little jealous. May feel as if this person got somewhere, like not maybe based on their own merit, but for another reason. It's a little jealousy. Kuchu, Esther, Libra, and I. Things look a little bit like they're at a standstill. I don't know. The Two of Cups in reverse could be a breakup if this is a committed relationship. If it's not a committed relationship, I would say not much is moving forward. Two people are not on the same page. Things are kind of at a standstill. Twin Flames, general. Disappointments heal and move into the past. New beginnings are on the horizon. Anxiety eases. You may be picking up a new creative project or creative hobby. Life comes into balance, and you may be feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. Brooklyn, general for career for next week. Slow and steady wins the race, but you could have some good news coming in. Not much is changing over the course of the week or between now and the end of next week, although you may get some good news. It looks like grounded and stable around career. Money is coming in. Maybe you're getting paid. Like you could have a pay period coming in. Elizabeth, when will Adrian contact me? Could be like within the next 3 weeks. Is there anybody else here I haven't answered for yet? Courtney, when is my divine counterpart arriving? I don't know. I can't answer that. Sarah, your story reminded me one time someone asked you here how X feels for them, and you said you see sexual, and then and they they were married, and then I saw them in another live asking, will they marry X? Yeah, you see, that's what I'm saying. Like, people fucking lie. So it's like, why are you telling me that you're married if you're not married? Like, well, you can lie to me all you want, but the energy of the situation is, and I know it sounds really shitty, but marriage doesn't mean anything. It really doesn't. It's like, it's like, it's a legal thing, right? It's like, if you know how to drive, but you don't have a driver's license, you can still drive the car successfully, right? It's the same thing with marriage. You can be in a relationship with somebody, and you could be in a relationship with somebody, and the relationship could be functioning really well, and you may not ever get married, and then there could be the couple next door that are married and they hate each other. You know how many people I know are married, they can't stand their partner, they're over it, they're done with it, but they're not leaving the relationship because they have children and houses and cars and property, and they can't afford to live alone, so they stay together. That to me isn't success. That to me is like, that's pathetic, but that's sometimes where people are. Then some people may think that to me because I don't I choose to have my own space. Like, that's, I just feel like relationships function better when you have your own space. That's just my opinion, but you don't get on each other's nerves when you're not up each other's asses, and I can see it. My father has his own house, his girlfriend has her own house. They live like around the corner from one another, but my father likes to cook, my father likes to paint. That's what he wants to do in his house. He doesn't care about mess. He doesn't care about sand from the beach. He just doesn't care. That's not where his priorities are. His girlfriend likes her house a certain way. She likes it to be clean. She likes to do gardening. She likes it like, and both of them are right. Their relationship functions well because they make dinner at he makes dinner at his house. They eat there, and if the dishes are left in the sink, he'll deal with it when he's ready. But and at her house, he goes there and they go to bed. That's where they have coffee in the morning. And their relationship, they've been together forever. So, like, people think that, oh, we're married, we're successful, or people think that, oh, like, now I'm loved. You're not loved anymore once you're married, as if you're just dating. But what is the point of lying? If you want an honest answer about something, why are you lying? But some people may not be there yet. They may have to live in the delusion. Do you know what I mean? It's like I said all the time, like, there's this romanticized thing about, like, love and falling in love and marriage and houses and babies and getting pregnant, and it's not what we think it is. It really isn't. I remember one of the teachers that did my teacher training, when I did my first teacher training, was talking about when her daughter was born. She wasn't married to the child's father, but they got married years later. She said that, looking back on it, she felt bad for the way that she treated him, but he was just in her way. And, like, he would say something stupid. And she's like, my hair was probably crazy, my glasses were sideways, I probably had a boob hanging out, and then he had to say something stupid and I wanted to kill him. And I get it. I get that. But at the time, for me, who hadn't been married or I have kids at the time, I just thought, oh, that's so sad. Because, like, I thought, like, everything was supposed to be just magical. Everything was supposed to fall into place and be magical. And that's not real. It's not reality. It's a nice fantasy, but it's just not reality. But if you need to live in that delusion because you're not ready to face reality, that's a different story. You know, we're really set up to believe in fantasy because look at everything that's around us. You know, like these Instagram people that are all photoshopped and filters and everything else. Like, it's not real. It's not what they really look like. But yet we kind of buy into it. Everyone does. I do too. There is a girl on YouTube that is so fucking pretty that I feel like being like, you got some nerve being that fucking pretty. I'm over here looking like Cyclops. But she is so pretty, and I'm like, oh, who is that pretty? What's the name of her channel? She's got a channel, it's a beauty channel. But she's naturally pretty when she's got no makeup on. I don't remember what her name is now. She's got dark hair. I think she's got dark hair and dark eyes. Shit, what the hell is her name? I don't know what her name is, but if I come across her channel, I'll mention it. But that's what we're looking at. Like, that's what I'm looking at. I'm like, this girl is probably half my age. She probably can, you know, it's just like comparing yourself is always going to make you feel bad. I'm like, I don't look like that. I've never looked like that. Anyway. Courtney, I should tell you, I don't do readings on divine counterparts or twin flames or any of that stuff because I don't believe in it. I can tell you the characteristics of your next partner, but once again, divine counterpart, twin flames, it all kind of caters into that fantasy type of a thing, and that's just not my thing. Not anymore. I've grown out of that. Because once again, it goes back to like, I got to search the entire world for my divine half. It's just not true. It's just not true. But if you want specific details about the next person that you could be with, I could tell you about the next person that you're going to be with. Is there anyone else here I haven't answered for? Hi, Kaylin. Anybody else here I have an answer for? Anybody else here I have an answer for yet? Yes, I agree with Mel, and I also believe that it changes as you grow and change. Like the person that I was with when I was 20, we had a great relationship. It ran its course, but it was great while it was great. When it went south, it went plummeted pretty quickly. When it was over, it was painful. But today, he is no longer my counterpart. He's not my boyfriend. I wish him the best. I only want good things for him, but our relationship ended a long time ago. That doesn't mean he wasn't the right person at the time. He was. But as we grow and change, our partners grow and change. Just like I wouldn't want to be with the guy I had a crush on when I was 12. Like, I'm not that person anymore. Isabella, YR blocked me. YR blocked me. This person is setting a boundary. So I don't know what your relationship was with them, but they're feeling like there was indecision and like they're cutting things off. So there must have been some sort of a relationship between the two of you, and they may feel like they need to set a boundary. That's why they blocked you. Anchel. I'm Anchel from India. My question is, will I be able to clear my CAT exam in 2024? Okay, let's see. Hi, Adonis. I think you will pass the test, yes. Adonis, how does V feel about our last interaction? Not so much interaction. Maybe okay with whatever happened, because there's happiness coming in, and then there's Being ready for things to move forward, and the Empress is bringing in love and money and more of it, and growth, change, and transformation through perseverance. So whatever happened, I know that I think you were feeling that it was disappointing, but I don't think they were disappointed. And I think that there's going to be more to come soon, like maybe within the next couple of days. Is there anyone else here I haven't answered for, or is that it? Oh, you're very welcome. All right, then I'm going to wrap it up, and I'll see you guys in a little while. I haven't decided yet whether or not I'm going to take Avery ice skating. I got to see what time is this session. I'll look later. MM, who do you see having romantic interest towards me? A, Y, S, or K? A comes up strongest. I would say A. If I had to pick one of these people, I think it would be A. All right, I'm going to wrap it up, and I'll see you guys later on this afternoon. Thank you all very much for being here. Have a nice morning. Bye-bye.